Are you thinking about relocating to the Kalamazoo area and wondering what your quality of life will be compared to what you have now? In today's video, we're talking about how much you need to get by and what it costs to live here. So perhaps you're interviewing with a company that's based in Kalamazoo and you're thinking about relocating here from someplace else. And by the way, may I suggest this video right up here. But what you really want to know is, tell me about the costs of living in Kalamazoo, Michigan. How will my quality of life compare to what I have now? I'm going to tell you that compared to most major metropolitan areas, Kalamazoo is significantly, I'm talking significantly less expensive. Take a look at this cost of living chart that came out in November 2022 by the Council for Community and Economic Research. 258 cities took part in their study, and the most expensive places to live are listed on the left, and the least expensive cities are on the right. And take a look at number 4. In the whole United States, Kalamazoo, Michigan is the 4th cheapest place to live. So here's a really great website that I found right up here, and that gives you a cost of living analysis. You can type in the city where you live now and the salary that you're currently making, and it will tell you what kind of salary equates to Kalamazoo when compared to the cost of living. So for instance, you might make, I don't know, $100,000 right now, but if you move to Kalamazoo, you might only need to make $50,000 in order to have the same quality of life because the cost of living is less. On the other hand, if you live in an area that's very low cost right now, and you type in the salary that you're going to make in Kalamazoo, you might find that it's going to be more expensive to live here. Now, isn't that something that you would rather know now before you accept that job offer? Perhaps that will give you more leverage to negotiate. Maybe they'll give you a better relocation package. I mean, really, you could just go in and say, hey, listen, I'm going to be making less money if I move there, so I need for you to pay for all of my moving expenses. Will it work? Who knows? But it's worth a shot. You never know if you don't ask. So for example, my husband and I decided to relocate to Kalamazoo about 4 years ago from Westchester County, New York. And everybody knows it's insanely expensive. I'm originally from Michigan and my family lives here, but my husband is from the East Coast. So every time we came to visit my family, he fell a little more in love with it until one day we decided, you know what? We're just moving here ourselves. Even if the income was going to be a little less than what we had been making in New York, in the end, oh my gosh, we made out like bandits. Now, Kalamazoo is a city. It's not a big city. It's a small city. Our grand population for the whole county is 260,000 people. So I would compare it to something like, I don't know, Rochester, New York, or Des Moines, Iowa, or maybe Boulder, Colorado. Maybe. So it's really not a big area, but geographically, we're spread out. We've got homes in the country with lots of acreage. I just listed this 19.5 acre farm, and it had a house on the property for $339,000. We have homes that are in subdivisions with 1/4 acre lots. In fact, this home, this is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath traditional home, and it sold for $452,000. It was on the end of a cul-de-sac in a great subdivision, and it had a 2-car garage plus a full basement. If you're looking for lake property, we have 50 inland lakes in Kalamazoo County. Take this home on Duck Lake with 60 feet of lake frontage. That sold for $285,000. So Kalamazoo, as you can tell, has cheap housing costs when compared to other large cities in the United States. According to our multiple listing service, as of December 2022, the average median-sized home sold for roughly $237,000. That is well below the national median home price of $398,000. So our housing is a lot cheaper than the US average. Let's see how Kalamazoo stacks up against that of comparable cities. Now, to get around Kalamazoo, you won't have to break the bank. You can get from one end of town to the other like in 20 minutes. Kalamazoo's average gas price is about $3.21 as of this recording, and it's slightly less than the national average of $3.33. We also have Kalamazoo Metro Transit. It operates the city's bus service and paratransit systems, and the cost of a monthly pass is roughly $60. Borges Medical Center and Bronson Methodist Hospital are only two of the excellent medical centers found in Kalamazoo, and in most cases, the cost of healthcare in Kalamazoo is less than the national average of $450 per month, and Kalamazoo is coming in at around $350. So the cost of eating out and going to a movie in Kalamazoo, that is also quite low. Here I am at a local restaurant called Latitude 42 having a burger and fries with an adult beverage, and that only cost me $25. And if you like going to the movies, a movie ticket at Celebration Cinema will set you back about $10. And if you want popcorn with that and a drink, go figure, about 20 bucks. Kalamazoo is an excellent place to live, and the low cost of living in Kalamazoo should be a big consideration if you're thinking about relocating. Moving to a new city is a big deal, and the cost of living is a huge consideration. As a local realtor that serves the Kalamazoo area, I have moved across state lines, so I know firsthand what you're going through. So you might find a copy of my relocation guide helpful, and I'll put a link down in the description below. Did you enjoy this video? If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I have new videos that come out each and every week. I'm Janice Allen, your Michigan homegirl at Jaqua Realtors in the greater Kalamazoo area of Southwest Michigan.